All stand and remain standing until the conclusion of the reading of the proclamation. Ladies and gentlemen, the proclamation. All persons having any business before this honorable court now draw nigh. Give your attendance, and you shall be heard.
Admission of lawyers. Zainab Kulthum Ali.
May it please the court, I move that Zainab Kulthum Ali be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Zainab Kulthum Ali be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Aisha Bala.
May it please the court, I move that Aisha Bala be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Aisha Bala be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Eleanor Dana Catherine Bonanno.
May it please the court, I move that Eleanor Dana Catherine Bonanno be admitted as a lawyer to this honourable court.
Let Eleanor Dana Catherine Bonanno be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Yik Yuen Chong.
May it please the court, I move that Yik Yuen Chong be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Yik Yuen Chong be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Caterina D. Costanzo.
May it please the court, I move that Caterina Di Costanzo be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Caterina Di Costanzo be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Taisha Du.
May it please the court, I move that Taisha Dow be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Taisha Dow be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Pragina Dulo.
May it please the court, I move that Pragina Delu be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Pragina Delu be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Darcy Wilson Wallace Duncan.
May it please the court, I move that my son, Darcy Winston Wallace York Duncan, be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Darcy Winston Wallace York Duncan be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
James Robert El Rassi.
May it please the court, I move that James Robert El Rassi be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let James Robert El Rassi be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Sheridan Christina Gow.
May it please the court, I move that my daughter Sheridan Christina Gow be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Sheridan Christina Gow be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Seth Fitcher Harlan.
May it please the court, I move that Seth Fitcher Harlan be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Seth Fitcher Harlan be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Joseph David Jules Harmon.
May it please the court, I move that Joseph David Jules Harmon be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Joseph David Jules Harmon be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Ziwei He.
May it please the court, I move that Zoe He be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Zoe He be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Mayumi Hossein.
May it please the court, I move that Mayumi Hussain be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Mayumi Hussain be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Bailey Jean Hourigan.
May it please the court, I move that Bailey Jean Hourigan be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Bailey Jean Hourigan be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Jared Anthony Imlay.
May it please the court, I move that Jared Anthony Imlay be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Jared Anthony Imlay be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Helen Isaac.
May it please the court, I move that Helen Isaac be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Helen Isaac be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Hazy Zhang.
May it please the court, I move that Hazy Zhang be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Hazy Zhang be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Sanjneet Kaur Johar.
May it please the court, I move that Sujni Kaur Johal be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Sujnit Kaur Johal be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Hamza Ali Khan.
May it please the court, I move that Hamza Ali Khan be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Hamza Ali Khan be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Soo Yeon Kim.
May it please the court, I move that Soo Yeon Kim be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Soo Yeon Kim be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Tiffany Jinying Yi Lau.
May it please the court, I move that Tiffany Jingyi Lau be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Tiffany Jingyi Lau be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Shanae Bethany McDonald.
May it please the court, I move that Shanae Bethany MacDonald be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Shanae Bethany MacDonald be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Lima Mangal.
May it please the court, I move that Lima Mangal be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Lima Mangal be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Justin Lee Mitchell.
May it please the court, I move that Justin Lee Mitchell be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Justin Lee Mitchell be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Benjamin Hien Vu Nguyen.
May it please the court, I move that Benjamin Hien Vu Nguyen be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Benjamin Hien Vu Nguyen be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Sophia Elizabeth Nurse.
May it please the court, I move that Sophia Elizabeth Nurse be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Sophia Elizabeth Nurse be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Brendan Vance O'Hare.
May it please the court, I move that Brendan Vance O'Hare be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Brendan Vance O'Hare be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Nathan Robert Parnell.
May it please the court, I move that Nathan Robert Parnell be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Nathan Robert Parnell be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Danelle Prinsloo.
May it please the court, I move that Danelle Prinsloo be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Danelle Prinsloo be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Julian Pascal Roth.
May it please the court, I move that Julian Pascal Roth be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Julian Pascal Roth be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Bailey Nevin Ryan.
May it please the court, I move that Bailey Nevin Ryan be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Bailey Nevin Ryan be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Alec Stewart Armstrong Sheldon.
May it please the court, I move that Alec Stewart Armstrong Sheldon be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Alec Stewart Armstrong Sheldon be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Yang Sun.
May it please the court, I move that Yang Sun be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Yang Sun be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Juliana Antoinette Taylor.
May it please the court, I move that Juliana Antoinette Taylor be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Juliana Antoinette Taylor be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Feng Tian.
May it please the court, I move that Feng Tian be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Feng Tian be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Catherine Marie Tognolini.
May it please the court, I move that Catherine Marie Tognolini be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Catherine Marie Tognolini be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Stephanie Si Ning Tong.
May it please the court, I move that Stephanie Sening Tong be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Stephanie Sening Tong be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Astrid Lindsay Von Drainen.
May it please the court, I move that Astrid Lindsay Von Drainen be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Astrid Lindsay Von Drainen be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Natasha Yvonne Walker.
May it please the court, I move that Natasha Yvonne Walker be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Natasha Yvonne Walker be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Ashley Caitlin Wall.
May it please the court, I move that Ashley Caitlin Wall be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Ashley Caitlin Wall be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Kai Wang.
May it please the court, I move that Kai Wang be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Kai Wang be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Georgina Chloe Wannon.
May it please the court, I move that Georgina Chloe Wannon be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Georgina Chloe Wannon be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Jonah Glynn White.
May it please the court, I move that Jonah Glynn White be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Jonah Glynn White be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Delushi Kaushalya Vijay Singha.
May it please the court, I move that Delushi Kaishala Vijay Singh be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Delushi Kaishala Wijasinga be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Pierce Boyd Wilding.
May it please the court, I move that Pierce Boyd Wilding be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Pierce Boyd Wilding be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Jinying Yi.
May it please the court, I move that Jingying Yi be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Jingying Yi be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Jennifer Chu Zhao.
May it please the court, I move that Jennifer True Zhao be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Jennifer Chu Zhao be admitted as a lawyer of this court. It will now be necessary for those whose admission has just been moved to stand when and as directed for the purposes of swearing an oath or making a declaration and affirmation. So please stand as directed by the officiating officer.
Would rows 1 and 2 stand, please? Zainab Kulthum Ali, Aisha Bala, Eleanor Dana Catherine Bonanno, Yik Yuen Chong, Katerina D. Costanza, Taisha Du, Pragina Dullo, Darcy Winston Wallace York Duncan, James Robert Elrasi, Sheridan Christina Gao, Seth Pitcher Harlan, Joseph David Jules Harmon, Ziwei He, Mayume Hossein, Bailey Jean Hourigan. Do you severally swear or declare and affirm that you will truly and honestly conduct yourselves in the practice of a lawyer of the Supreme Court of New South Wales, and that you will faithfully serve as such in the administration and the laws and usages of this state, according to the best of your knowledge, skill, and ability? Would you please say, "So help me God," or "I do"?
I do.
Please take a seat. Rows 3 and 4, would you please stand? Jared Anthony Imlay, Helen Isaac, Hazy Jang, Sanjeet Kaur Johal, Hamza Ali Khan, Su Yeon Kim, Tiffany Jingyi Lau, Shanae Bethany McDonald, Lima Mangle, Justin Lee Mitchell, Benjamin Hien Vu Nguyen, Sophia Elizabeth Nurse, Brendan Vance O'Hare, Nathan Robert Parnell, Danelle Prinsloo, Julian Pascal Roth, Bailey Nevin Ryan, Alex Stewart Armstrong Sheldon, Yang Sun, Juliana Antoinette Taylor. Do you severally swear or declare and affirm that you will truly and honestly conduct yourself in the practice of a lawyer of the Supreme Court of New South Wales, and that you will faithfully serve as such in the administration and the laws and usages of this state, according to the best of your knowledge, skills, and ability? Would you please say, "So help me God," or "I do"? Please take a seat. Rows 5 and 6, could you please stand? Feng Tian, Catherine Marie Tongolini, Stephanie Sining Tong, Astrid Lindsay Vondrainen, Natasha Yvonne Walker, Ashley Caitlin Wall, Kai Wang, Georgina Chloe Wannon, Jonah Glynn White, Delushi Kushalia Vijay Singha, Pierce Boyd Wilding, Jinying Yi, Jennifer Chu Zhao. Do you severally swear or declare and affirm that you will truly and honestly conduct yourselves in the practice of a lawyer of the Supreme Court of New South Wales, and that you will faithfully serve as such in the administration of the laws and usages of this state according to the best of your knowledge, skills, and ability? Would you please say, "So help me God," or "I do"? I do. You may take a seat.
Well, may I warmly welcome you all to this, the Banco Court of the Supreme Court of New South Wales. Present with me on the bench today is, to my right, Justice Baston, a Judge of Appeal, one of the most senior judges of the court. And on my left, Justice Huggett, who is a Judge of the Common Law Division of the court. Together we constitute the court that has, in the exercise of its jurisdiction, admitted you to practice today. We've done so sitting on the land for which the Gadigal of the Eora Nation have cared and been custodians for thousands of years. The court pays its sincere respects to elders past and present and extends those respects to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. I also acknowledge and welcome, sitting on the bench with us today, His Honour Judge Peter Johnson, the Chief Magistrate of New South Wales, and their honours Judges Wass and David of the District Court of New South Wales. We're delighted that you are able to sit with us on this important occasion. Well, to all of the newly admitted lawyers, welcome to the legal profession. Today is one of great achievement and a day for celebration. We up here know and remember how hard you've all worked to reach this important milestone. I'm also pleased to welcome those with you today or watching on the live stream. For many of you, the support of your family and friends will have been invaluable. For many of them, the endurance of your finely polished or developing skills of argument and persuasion may be at an end, or maybe not. But whatever the case, I'm sure that they are all immensely proud of you, and I encourage you to take time to thank them today. Depending on how good an advocate you are, you might even convince them to shout you a civilised lunch or dinner after the ceremony. In being admitted as a lawyer of this court, you join an honourable and ancient profession with the custom of advocates swearing an oath on admission to practice dating back to the 12th century. This court first admitted lawyers in 1824, 200 years ago, and this May, the court to which you've just been admitted will celebrate its 200th anniversary. It is, you might be surprised to learn, one of the oldest continuing courts in the world. And you may have seen coming in or afterwards when you leave the new, not even yet open Supreme Court Gallery and History Wall, which celebrates and records some of that very significant history. The history of the court and its longevity is something of which we, and I hope now you, are immensely proud. In celebrating the court's bicentenary, we also celebrate 200 years of the rule of law in New South Wales, about which I will say something more shortly. This ceremony is attended by unique but important formalities, including the fact that your admission to practice has been moved by someone who is already a member of the legal profession, and that you have each made a formal oath or affirmation in the presence of your family and peers and before senior judges of the court and indeed of the district court. They and we are all therefore witnesses to the serious promises and undertakings you have made. The law touches every part of our society, and it can and will lead you all in many different directions and career paths. But in whatever direction you head, you must always remember that the oath or affirmation you have just made is a serious one, is a continuing one, and deserves solemn regard. So whether you work in private practice, at the bar, in a community legal centre, a Crown Law Office, the Aboriginal Legal Service for legal aid, or a government department or agency, or in an entirely different field, you should always be known for your honesty, your integrity, and your commitment to justice, and you must strive at all times to uphold these cardinal values. Now, you will see from the portraits of former Chief Justices which adorn the walls of this court that we are wearing the same robes, in some cases literally, as have been worn by our predecessors. And you may be wondering why, after 200 years, we still wear these robes on ceremonial occasions. I can tell you that we do not wear them because they are particularly comfortable, which they are not. But we do so because symbolically they serve to highlight the continuity and the constancy of the rule of law in New South Wales. Although importantly, the judges wearing the robes are now drawn from an increasingly diverse pool. Some 45% of all judicial officers in New South Wales are now female. That is a radical change from the time I commenced practice, which I like to think was not that long ago. It has been an extremely salutary change. As to continuity of the rule of law, in a world in which there is so much global uncertainty and insecurity, the rule of law is more important than ever. And it's not simply an academic construct or a phrase of some mere theoretical import. At its simplest, the rule of law is the opposite of the arbitrary abuse of power and the rule of autocratic dictators and populists. As we survey the globe, there is nothing theoretical about those threats and realities. In a speech delivered in 2018, Lord Hodge of the Supreme Court of the United Kingdom aptly described the rule of law as, and I quote, a bastion against those who would use chaos as a ladder, unquote. Now, notwithstanding the formality and tradition attending this ceremony, the life of the law is dynamic. Not everything in the legal profession remains unchanging. The pandemic, for example, prompted a radical shift in the use of technology in our courtrooms, and the advent of AI brings with it both opportunities and challenges with which the legal profession and the courts are and will continue to engage. But while the increased use of technology offers a number of advantages, it is my firm view that the practice of the law has human nature and human interaction at its core. An essential part of being a good lawyer is understanding people, how others react to different situations, perform under pressure, and deal with each other. An individual who is in need of your services as a lawyer will, in many cases, perhaps most cases, be an individual facing some kind of great personal challenge or crisis affecting his or her liberty, property, family, personal well-being, or health or financial position. There is, therefore, a need to deliver legal services not only competently, but always with courtesy, integrity, and sensitivity to the circumstances of the matter. That requires a human being with emotional and not artificial intelligence. The need for human engagement by lawyers with those needing legal assistance is also a powerful reason why there should be strong representation of lawyers from the many different backgrounds which comprise our cosmopolitan community. That very much includes Indigenous lawyers. Diverse representation amongst solicitors, advocates, and judges assists in ensuring that all people who become involved in our justice system can, and feel that they can, be properly heard and fairly engaged with by a system reflective of our broader community and a judiciary cognizant of cultural differences and the need for respect. The admissions ceremonies in which I have sat since becoming a judge about 5 years ago, including this ceremony, highlight that there is a far greater diversity of background amongst junior lawyers than when I commenced practice. That is a very good thing, and leaders of the profession and of the judiciary are working hard to foster inclusiveness and diversity within the legal profession. That in turn builds trust in and respect both for the judiciary and the legal profession, and ultimately informs and underpins the rule of law. Now, let me now offer a little bit of professional and personal advice, I hope not gratuitous. As a lawyer, you will often need to make difficult ethical decisions. You must use the tools you have developed to think critically and not compromise on your fundamental duties to the court and to the administration of justice. At various points of your career, you will make mistakes, some minor, some more serious. We all make mistakes, if we are honest, from time to time. When you do make mistakes, your commitment to honesty, integrity, and the administration of justice means that you must take responsibility, correct what you can, and learn from those errors. One mistake you must not make, or I always tell people not to make, is to fall into the trap of giving your clients the advice you think they want to hear. I can tell you now that that will almost invariably not be good advice, and they will not welcome it in the long run or thank you when the true picture emerges. Being a lawyer means you have to be independent, think independently, and often be courageous in your advice. Being a lawyer means that you are an advisor, a problem solver, sometimes a mediator, sometimes an advocate. As you go about your day-to-day work, remember that you are not merely dealing with the law in a vacuum, but the law as it applies to people's lives. That human engagement extends to your interaction with your colleagues, including those with whom you negotiate or against whom you litigate. Aspects of the law, especially if you're involved in the litigation side of practice, are confrontational. But the practice of the law is stressful and demanding enough without personal animus and antagonism between practitioners adding to the load, as it regrettably sometimes does. So it is essential, and I urge you to maintain your detachment, balance, and good humour, remembering at all times that you are now members of a profession, which is different from and not a business. Another thing you should remember is that the best advocates can and do make their point simply and succinctly. Often, less is more. Some of the most experienced lawyers and judges could also use that reminder from time to time, and I don't wholly exclude myself from that observation. But for a non-lawyer, law is often incomprehensible or at the very least difficult to understand. One of your important roles as a lawyer will be to make the law accessible to others. So do strive to be clear and concise at all times in both your writing and your speaking. To do so ultimately facilitates access to justice. In the practice of the law, your physical and mental health are also both extremely important, something of which we are far more aware and conscious of than in the past. There may, and I dare say will be, times when you feel overwhelmed, burnt out, or distressed. Legal practice can be all-consuming and physically and mentally taxing. Now, that's often because lawyers are well motivated to do the very best for their clients, to ensure that the advice is comprehensive, that the case is fully prepared, a willingness to go the extra mile in representing your clients. That is all absolutely admirable, but it can be, as I say, or it can become from time to time all-consuming and physically and mentally taxing. So you must work hard to keep your balance and keep your eye out to ensure that your colleagues do so as well. If you do get overwhelmed by it all, as frankly we all have from time to time, try to take a step back and recapture some perspective. You should also remember that the law is a highly collegiate profession. And in this context, I'm now going to call on Mr. Ahmad, representing the New South Wales Bar Association, to offer some words of welcome and congratulations. Mr. Ahmad, do you move?
If you want to please, I do. My name is Avas Ahmad, and I have been practicing for 13 years at the bar. I practice in commercial and family law litigation. On behalf of the New South Wales Bar Association, I welcome you to the profession. If you want to please, can I also pass on the warm welcome of the New South Wales Law Society. The legal profession is an old profession based on precedent and the rule of law, while also being a profession that grows and develops to adapt to new practices and technology, and importantly, to society's values as they change over time. For several decades now, the composition of lawyers and barristers in this state has changed to better reflect the community. The bar today is a welcoming place for people of all genders and all backgrounds. It is an honour to be a lawyer, and in my case, a barrister, and I am proud to be a member of this profession. Of the many things I enjoy the intellectual challenge of my job, as it allows me to give expert, as I'd like to think, advice to those and represent people in court and contribute to society in a meaningful way. If this is a career that interests you, can I invite you to consult the Bar Association's website and keep an eye out on the Career at the Bar Open Day. In your first year as practice, you will become a reader, and you might and hopefully will receive particular assistance from 2 barristers of at least 7 years seniority who meet with you weekly, review your work and teach you practical skills. But the support you will receive is not limited to those 2 barristers. The bar is renowned for its collegiality, especially in chambers. Can I also ask you to keep an eye out on the committees and the work of the New South Wales Bar Association, which is the professional body that supports all the barristers. There are a range of committees, including the New Barristers Committee, which organises social and educational functions for junior barristers, and also a Diversity and Equality Committee, which, as you'll understand, promotes one of the key strategic goals of our association, which is to attract the best people to become barristers, regardless of their race, regardless of their religion, gender, parental status, or sexual preference. So whether as a lawyer or a barrister, I do encourage you to get involved in the Law Society or association and use your skills to assist your community. It is a rewarding experience to practice in connection with others in your profession. So once again, on behalf of the New South Wales Bar Association, I welcome you to the legal profession, and I congratulate you on your admission today as a lawyer of this honourable court. If you're honest, please.
Can I say this to you all in closing? The law is a wonderful profession. It's stimulating, challenging and satisfying, and it's populated by intelligent, committed and dynamic people. You should be proud to be a lawyer, proud of your achievements to date, and proud of the profession you have just joined. It is a very important profession that ultimately underpins stability and cohesion in our community. You are now a very important part of that very important profession. So work hard, take pride in your work, look out for your colleagues, contribute to your community, and don't take yourself too seriously. We on the bench wish you all the very best of luck on the exciting journey that lies ahead on a full and rewarding career. On behalf of Justice Baston, Justice Huggett, and all of the judges of the Supreme Court, as well, I'm sure, Judges Johnson, Watson, David, I once again congratulate you all on your admission to practice and welcome you to the legal profession. The court will now adjourn.
All stand. This honourable court is now adjourned.